From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 9 o'clock news.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Russ Riesinger. The first wave of Montanans could be getting a COVID-19 vaccine before Christmas. That announcement is the state's new COVID vaccination plan team meets for the first time. Q2's Casey Conlon joins us now with full details.
After months of trials and speculation, it appears that a COVID-19 vaccine is just around the corner for Montana. Officials at the Department of Health and Human Services said today they expect the first shipments of the Pfizer vaccine to be in the state around December 11th. The amount that Montana will receive is still unclear, but those doses will go to critical healthcare personnel and those at highest risk for life-threatening infection. The plan calls for a three-phase rollout. Phase 1, a limited supply, is expected to last 2 months from when the first vaccinations are administered. This will take a while since DPHHS estimates between 45 and 60,000 healthcare workers in Montana. Phase 2 will begin when an adequate supply of vaccine is available, likely in months 3 through 6. When there is a sufficient vaccine supply, Phase 3 will kick in.
Phase 3 is a phase that we expect to be at probably maybe this spring sometime, when there is enough sufficient supply of COVID-19 vaccine that really anybody who wants to get vaccinated can.
There will be a 5-tier population focus, so no matter what phase we're in, this is how the vaccine will be distributed. After risk, those in rural communities with less access will be prioritized, with generally healthy adults rounding out Tier 5. There haven't been any COVID vaccine trials with children yet, so the vaccine will not be recommended to anyone under the age of 18. While expected to begin soon, the total process will likely take months because COVID-19 vaccines require 2 doses.
That second dose is super important to create that protection that we need. So it's going to be something that we're really emphasizing.
Both doses will likely be available to everyone for free. The vaccine is being provided by the federal government, and if there are costs related to administration at local levels, mechanisms are being worked out for no out-of-pocket costs, even to those who are under or uninsured. The biggest early challenges with Pfizer's vaccine surround storage and handling. Pfizer's product must be kept in ultra-cold storage between -70 and -80 degrees Celsius. While Montana does not currently have any vaccines requiring this method, the state is actually well set up for it.
Right now in the state of Montana, we have at least 6 or 7 known ultra cold storage sites, very nicely spread geographically around the state. And then we know that there's a few more that will be coming on in the next couple of weeks. And what I heard from the CDC the other day was that was actually very good. There are some states or territories that have 1 or 2 in their entire state.
Pfizer is also requiring a minimum of 975 doses per shipment. And while they come in thermal containers that can hold ultra-cold temps for up to 10 days, it would still require a lot of vaccinations in a short time. Moderna's vaccine, meanwhile, is expected to be released a couple of weeks after Pfizer's, is suitable for normal freezers, and only requires 100 doses minimum, so it will likely be more suitable for rural areas. Wehner also noted that all of Montana's tribal jurisdictions were given the option to receive vaccine through state or federal agencies, and all except for the Confederated Salish and Kootenai tribes and the Helena Indian Alliance chose the federal route, so they will not be considered in DPHHS allocations. The coordination team stressed that they will continue to amend the plan as needed. Casey Conlon for MTN News.
Thank you, Casey. Montana counties are reporting 8 more deaths from COVID-19 related illness. 2 victims in both Yellowstone and Gallatin counties, and 1 each in Park, Powell, Lincoln, and Fallon counties. This is the first reported COVID-19 related death in Fallon County. MTN News reports nearly 900 new positive cases today, and the death toll now standing at 652. Although the pandemic will not pause over the Thanksgiving holiday, county health officials who've been working nonstop since March will get a brief break. On Thanksgiving Day, Riverstone will close its main building on South 27th and its drive-through testing facility. Everything will open back up for regular business again on Friday. Drive-through COVID-19 testing will start at 8:30 Friday morning and run until 12:30 that afternoon, or until 200 tests have been administered. And because of the Thanksgiving closure, updated case number reporting will not happen on Thursday. There are growing fears that the upcoming holiday season will further fuel the spread of the coronavirus. More than 12 million Americans have already been infected. More than 250,000 have died. Nancy Chen reports from New York.
The U.S. is preparing to celebrate Thanksgiving in the middle of a pandemic.
We're going to see a major spike.
Officials across the country are sounding the alarm about the potential danger of a traditional holiday get-together.
We're mostly pleading with people to do the right thing behind closed doors. Celebrate with just your immediate family, and please don't do it with grandma and grandpa.
Many are ignoring that advice. AAA estimates that up to 50 million Americans will travel to their Thanksgiving destination.
In the beginning, I wasn't seeing such young patients, and now lately we're getting patients in their 20s.
More than 85,000 COVID-19 patients are now hospitalized in the U.S. Some areas have already run out of bed space. Surgeon General Jerome Adams says that puts everyone at risk.
You may not be able to go in and get your heart attack treated.
In New York City, the rising infection rate has prompted public schools to close. In the hardest hit neighborhoods, restaurants and other businesses are facing new restrictions.
I think that some people don't care. That's the problem.
Some experts believe people are being less cautious now that new vaccines are on the way. Washington Governor Jay Inslee says the next month will be critical.
There really is good news available to us to get to that goal line if we just stick together in the next few weeks.
The CDC is reconsidering its quarantine guidelines for anyone exposed to the virus. It's currently 14 days. CBS News has learned that the agency may lower that to 7 to 10 days. Nancy Chen, CBS News, New York.
Well, today represented the 14th day in a row of record-breaking coronavirus cases across the U.S. Montana Governor-elect Greg Gianforte unveiled his first cabinet pick today. The announced U.S. Attorney for Montana, Kurt Alme, will be his budget director. Alme just announced yesterday that he's stepping down as a U.S. Attorney, a post he's held in Billings since 2017. Gianforte says Alme has the experience and intellect to boost the economy and hold the line on state spending. Alme's originally from Miles City and served as state revenue director under Governor Judy Martz in the early 2000s. Alme has a law degree from Harvard University and a business undergraduate degree from the University of Colorado. Well, as Kurt Alme prepares to step down as U.S. Attorney, he spoke with Q2's Jay Cohn about the biggest challenges facing his successor. First and foremost, Alme says, dealing with COVID-19 and its impact here in Montana, including an alarming jump in violent crimes. In Missoula, aggravated assaults are up more than 40% since the start of the pandemic. Those numbers even higher here in Yellowstone County.
To give you an example, we had 119 murders, robberies, and aggravated assaults in September and 109 in October. Compare that to pre-COVID, the highest month we had in numbers that I'm aware of was back in the summer of 19. We had 1 month of 79. So you can see what we're facing here.
Tonight at 10, Alme talks about why violent crime is surging in Montana and how Yellowstone County finds itself at the center of the crisis. A lame deer teen killed in a crash near Busby over the weekend has now been identified. 17-year-old Kian Ontiveros died when his vehicle struck a horse that had wandered onto the roadway. Bighorn County Coroner Carl Nordquist says Ontiveros died from blunt force trauma. That crash happened Saturday around 9 p.m. on Highway 212. The Montana Highway Patrol says speed was considered a factor. All tickets for the Montana Millionaire drawing are now gone and once again sold out in record time. Lottery officials say tickets sold out before 5 o'clock yesterday, Monday, November 23rd. That's 9 days earlier than 2019 and 4 days before the first early bird drawing. Montana Lottery calls it the best chance to win $1 million because only 180,000 tickets are sold. Montana Lottery will hold its first early bird drawing this Friday, another on December 11th. The grand prize drawing will be held sometime between December 25th and January 1st. Well, not even the pandemic can stop a 35-year-old Billings holiday tradition. The Festival of Trees kicks off next week, and it will look a little bit different. The trees will be on display in front of the former Herberger's in Rimrock Mall for a free viewing next week. Now, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 11 to 7 each day, and then they'll be up for grabs in an online auction at FamilyTreeCenterBillings.org. Money raised will help the Family Tree Center work toward healthy child development and building stronger families.
The Festival of Trees is our main fundraiser, and that's how we pay to be able to provide all of the services we provide for families in our community.
Well, some of the tree themes this year are O Quarren Tree, From Our Homestead to Yours, and Don't Be a Grinch. And gear up for your holiday shopping December 3rd through the 6th. Downtown Billings will be packed with holiday happenings, specials, art, and Christmas cheer. The Downtown Billings Alliance has put together what it calls Holidays. Due to the social distancing guidelines, the annual Christmas stroll and art walk festivities will be spread out over 4 days. Local downtown businesses will have clothing sales, dinner specials, even a gingerbread house contest.
Is open. The stores are open. They are being so safe. Bring your mask. There's hand sanitizer almost at every location. There's plenty of room. There's free parking Friday, Saturday, Sunday that week. Free parking this week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's awesome too. Shop local. It's where it actually makes an impact on you and your neighbors when you shop local versus going to the national chain stores.
The Downtown Billings Alliance is asking people not to attend if they're feeling sick and not to congregate around crosswalks, sidewalks, or inside businesses. Still to come on the MTN 9 o'clock news here on the CW, the spike in COVID cases stretching Montana hospitals to a near breaking point. Montana's VA hospital making changes to deal with the ever-changing pandemic. But first, maybe a little snow before Thanksgiving? Bob's in next with your full 7-day forecast.